believe that the Southwest is illegally obtained by the United States. Mm-hmm. That's why you had a lot of Mexican flags. Then you had some people who were legitimately protesting, who were quickly overtaken. I mean, that it was quickly overtaken by these groups, which is their whole point. And the sad thing is again, last night, we ended up going all the way through prime time with live video of these anarchist thugs trying to get their message out. And they got their message out with free publicity by protesting in an event for a presidential candidate. So, and we've had this for different reasons, for different topics across the country for the last few years. And we are going to have, at some point, a dialogue that's going to bring legitimate opinions and legitimate people to the table to discuss the issues that face the American people, and quit putting so much focus on these fringe anarchist groups on the right and on the left. It has to be done.
Both. Yes, it does. But, it's like, here's what just boggles me about this discussion. Mm-hmm. Just that. Because that seems, can I just say, that seems to be all that we ever do, is discuss. Well, in the last few years, it seems like, and I think this is part of the frustration, Garrett, of America right now. We discuss things to death, and we never get any. We don't ever get any conclusion to anything.
I would argue that we don't discuss anything. We haven't discussed anything. The majority of the way our governing has been done has been, this is how I feel, this is how I feel, and if you can't agree with me, and if you can't agree with me 100%, then we're not going to do anything.
We're not going to do anything.
And we're going to be inactive.
That's what they call discussion, though.
Right.
This is, we've talked about that. We've done, but they really
haven't.
There's just, and that's what America is frustrated with right now, and I believe why we have what we're looking at right now on the political front.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And, and there is an answer. Yeah, I think that you have one, but who is going to even embrace that concept, that idea, and move it forward? I don't know.
Well, unfortunately, who's the question?
Who is the big question?
Yeah.
All right, guys, 571-2428, 571-CHAT. If you would like to call and ask a question, Garrett is here. I'm here. Just ask. We'll be back.
WFIA, The Spirit.
We all know that Kentucky Kingdom has thrilling rides, like Storm Chaser, the park's 5th roller coaster. But what's equally thrilling is the price of a season pass, only $59.95. Just $10 more than a one-day ticket. And that's before benefits like free parking, $1 drinks, and other discounts. Buy online at KentuckyKingdom.com or your local Kroger store. But hurry, offer ends soon. And remember, a season pass pays for itself in just one visit. Enjoy the rest of the summer free.
Daughters need strong fathers. It's a simple truth. But over the past 20 years, our culture has degraded fathers. This is Dr. Meg Meeker. My new book, Strong Fathers, Strong Daughters Devotional, shows fathers how to really connect with their daughters and help them grow up to be smarter, stronger, and more successful.
Strong Fathers, Strong Daughters Devotional. 52 devotions every father needs by Dr. Meg Meeker is available now on Amazon and at bookstores everywhere.
If you are planning to build anything, I don't care if it's your dream home, if you're planning to build a commercial building, if you're planning to renovate something, let me tell you who to call. Bob Leonard at Better by Design. Why Bob Leonard? Well, because he's been doing this kind of thing for almost 20 years. He has expertise, but he also has a passion for doing something right. And I love it when I talk to builders who have actually constructed one of Bob's designs, because they say it is just an ease. Don't you like that? The fact that something could be built with ease, and when it comes out, it's exactly what you envisioned. That's what Bob Leonard does. I want you to give him a call when you consider building, and I know we are. His number is 502-741-2748. That's 741-2748. But hey, don't trust me. Just check it out on his website. See for yourself. It's bbd-plans.com.
Compassionate, experienced, respected.
Comprehensive Foot and Ankle Centers and doctors Chris Hubbard and Timothy Hanna understand that your feet are the foundation for taking your body where you need to go. So don't take foot pain lightly. From mild sprains to fracture care, Comprehensive Foot and Ankle's compassionate staff is committed to helping you return to a pain-free, active life. Treatments such as laser therapy for heel pain, Achilles tendonitis, and toenail fungus can get you back on your feet again. Fracture care, arthroscopy of the ankle, diabetic foot care, structural deformities of the foot or ankle. The name says it all. Comprehensive Foot and Ankle can help. So if you have persistent pain in your feet or ankles, give Comprehensive Foot and Ankle a call at 797-3338. That's 797-3338. Office is located in Shepherdsville at the Jewish Hospital Medical Center and in Louisville at Norton Brownsboro Crossings behind Cabela's across from Costco. Call for an appointment today at 797-3338.
You're listening to Just Ask Joyce on WFIA, The Spirit.
Thank you so much for joining me today. It's Election Selection 2016. We're visiting with Garrett Sivaking, and we're just talking about this presidential campaign. You are welcome to call in 571-2428, 571-CHAT if you'd like to ask a question or make a comment. And, you can, of course, I'm sure since my frustration, we were just talking about, Garrett has a great idea about how to bring some sense of civility to this country, and that is to sit down and have discussions about where we go from here. But, who's going to lead that kind of discussion? And it is frustrating, but there's much happening now in this presidential campaign, Garrett. And right now, Vice President, who's going to be the choice for Donald Trump, the choice for Hillary Clinton, and I don't know if Bernie Sanders is even considering any of that right now.
Well, I think that's the interesting thing, number one. On the Democrat side, since you mentioned Bernie, we'll talk about them first. How do you handle that? The nomination has not been set. Do you allow people to be vetted by? Well, really, you have to before the convention. Both candidates would have to be given the ability to vet possible VP candidates. Do you say to your possible candidate, let's say Bernie Sanders we'll say Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard, who I think is probably the number one from Hawaii, Army veteran. I think she's the number one pick for Bernie Sanders. She also should be a shortlist pick for Hillary Clinton. Do you say, as Bernie Sanders, to Congresswoman Gabbard, you cannot be vetted by Hillary Clinton? Because then you're sharing information that is pivotal to both campaigns. How do you do that? I mean, this is a very interesting thing. Now, of course, I'm not saying it's unprecedented. In fact, like I've told you before, we often don't have nominees before the convention a lot of times. So how do we do this now? Because this is new to what we're facing. I just don't know how people are going to handle that. I don't know how senators are going to handle it, especially since Senator Harry Reid, who is the leader of the Democrats in the United States Senate, said that Hillary Clinton cannot choose a senator that comes from a state with a Republican governor because it risks the majority or at least any number that the Democrats have, because if she were to choose one, some states they would have to resign in order to run. Some states, once their seat was filled and the Republican governor holds it, they have the ability to replace them for the temporary period of time. And that doesn't just affect your typical Republican states like Indiana or something, because Elizabeth Warren from Massachusetts has a Republican governor. Senator Cory Booker, who has been a very huge advocate for Hillary Clinton from New Jersey, Republican governor that will still be there. Florida has a Republican governor. Bill Nelson is out of the picture. All of these senators that I think she was considering, the short list of senators, Sherrod Brown from Ohio. John Kasich is the governor of Ohio and will be whenever the next president is inaugurated. So where do you go from there? I mean, they have really limited her list on that. And
do you think that she's going to abide by that? I mean, Hillary, she kind of thinks she's above most everything, the law and everything else.
Well, I think she'll abide by Harry Reid? I don't think so.
No, I don't.
Well, because simply opinions aside, I don't know how she could. Because you have to vet people properly, and you have to be given the ability to weigh the pros and cons of each individual candidate, and you can't do that with restrictions placed by Harry Reid. Number one, Harry Reid will not be the leader of the Democrats.